Hello guys, Wahoo here, back on the video. This time around we are with the Lunar Leap patch note, PTS patch notes. It just came up and it's also on the PTS server right now, so if you want to go check all this out. But basically the Lunar Lancer rework is here. If you saw some of my previous videos, I did like a preview. They showed on the live stream kind of what it did and they explained kind of all sorts of stuff with it and so, but now the Lunar Lancer patch notes are here, also so with some more new class gem additions. So with that said, let's just jump into it. I will be doing a video, two more videos that will be coming out tomorrow as you're watching this today, and also one, I guess that would be Friday. But I will be doing a video for patch notes right now, and then I will do a video where I'm kind of showing the Lunar Lancer off, you know, kind of in more of an, I would say, PTS kind of style video, I guess you can call it. And then I'll also do a video. The third video will be the Clash Gems itself, because there are some good ones in there that I'm going to talk about. I'll talk about it a little bit here. I have been testing them a little bit on the PTS server. I didn't want to test it too much, so I will be doing that, of course, in the future. But this is just going to be the patch note, and then I'll do a Lunar Lancer video tomorrow, and then Friday, you guys are going to see the Clash Gems and how they work and stuff like that. So there's some good ones, like I said, in there. So let's just get started. So Lunar Lancer update, the rework of the Lunar Lancer. With the previous revamp, we wanted to keep the core gameplay style. That's what I said. They don't want to remove class identity with these reworks. You still have to feel like a Lunar Lancer. But the rework is... it's bigger. I was about going to say huger. I don't know if that's not a word, but it's bigger than it was for the Tomb Raiser. So I really hope that this is going to be the standard for the reworks in the future to many of the classes, like for example the Knight or something like that. But we still have to we can't just completely rework it. We do have to have some class identity. If this is going to make the Lunar Lancer jump up multiple tiers or something like that, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be. It's just going to be a lot more interesting to play with, especially with farming and such on. It's not going to turn into a boss killer or anything like that. It's probably going to do better for sure, because they're going to buff up the numbers, and we're also probably going to see some bigger numbers on the PTS server than we're going to see on the live servers as we are used to. But yeah, this is the what we're used to, right? So rework some of the awkwardness around the class, increasing the overall damage, as I said, pumping up the numbers. Some of the main complaints we wanted to address was speed of the grappling ability. Basically right now you have to you kind of build up your energy, and then when your energy you can go into lunar form, and the kind of lunar form was kind of random and you never got it, and you just went around and spammed your number one ability. The what's it called, the swing one you had on your number one ability is now cored into your your basic attack. So you're just gonna hit with just lance a couple of times and do a swing if you just keep your mouse button in, or your attack button in if that's on whatever it is. So we removed also the combo thing. That's the passive, whatever you're gonna call it. Relying heavily on it, replacing it with a more movement speed potential also. And then Lunar Sea Form, that's the ultimate lunar form. That sounds increased. It's like the buff, it just makes everything a lot better, like a lot more stronger. So you just want to build up to that and then use that for whenever you're fighting something bigger or something like that, or you're just farming as well. So all that is on the PTS server right now. I'm not going to keep reading this because we also do have to keep through this, because there is a lot of stuff to go through this. Of course, this is already linked in the description. I thought you guys, I probably should have said that in the beginning, but yeah, it's always linked in the description. Always something I go over, it's always linked in the description. You can always go there, check that out. And I always update that as well if there's something that's going to be added to it. Anything at all, I always add it in the description. Until everything comes out, as we know. So they're gathering all the information in the same place. That's what it is. All right, so passive lunacy, using abilities, attacking gives you moon power. So it's not energy. I just called it energy because it's still yellow. But yeah, moon power. Of course, it doesn't it doesn't increase if you have energy regen or something like that. It doesn't increase it or anything like that. It's just attacking, doing things. It's gonna fill up that bar, and that is gonna give you, you know, moon power, and then, you know, that's gonna watch for your ultimate, right? Next thing is the base attack. Increasing the damage of base attack is 180%. So we don't know if 180% is going to be the final damage. We'll see. Usually they pump up the numbers and then they kind of dial them down a little bit, or maybe dial them up. That depends on the feedback on the, you know, also the, you know, feedback they get on the PTS server. That's what I mean. New primal ability, grapple. That's of course the grapple hook. Impact also now deals 400 damage. Now you got the secondary. That's the lunar leap. That's the one you jump up and you can actually, you know, you actually float a little bit before using it again, and then you dive in and you basically do 350% damage to that, and you also gain a slow fall for a short time. Become the grapple becomes like, it's kind of a, you know, get up, get down, do a lot of damage kind of deal. So now you got new primal ability as well, Lunar Infused. That's when you become into the ultimate. Then a Lunar Infused grapple, that's when you leap towards it and do even more damage. And then you got, your, of course, your ultimate ability. So you want to work towards your Lunar ability, Lunar form, and then you want to jump into that and use all that power. And then basically just use all this that is down here, basically. So all this is just now you do even more damage. And as I can see, first of all, I see right here 800%. I see 850% damage. I even see 1,000 damage, right? And I see also 1,000 damage, 1,000% down here as well. I think I said 1,000 damage. I meant 1,000% damage, right? We saw these kind of numbers first for the Tomb Raiser. We saw, not the Tomb Raiser, sorry, the Chloromancer. We saw the Chloromancer, and we saw people soloing all those, you know, not Delve bosses, what are they called? Leviathans. They soloed those, and people were like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. We're probably going to see those videos again. Probably people are going to make decent, like, one-shotting, you know, those, if it's even possible. I'm not going to try it out because we are not going to see 1,000% increase to this. This is them turning it up to absolutely max and see how that is going to be, and then you're going to see these videos coming out of people one-shotting things, right? I might do a funny video. That could be fun to just do like a Lunar Lancer and then just, you know, cut the video so it seems like I one-shot it or something like that. That could be funny. But you could maybe do it. You could probably maybe one-shot it on the PTS server. I don't know. But we're not going to see the 1,000%. My guess is that it's going to go down to maybe 750. That would be my guess. I think 500% is going to be a little bit too low, but we might end up on it. Depending on what the feedback is, of course, and such. But we're not going to see 1,000%. That's my prediction. But if we are, well, it's definitely going to do a lot of damage in that lunar form there. But it's going to take you some time to get into that lunar form for sure. But when you're in that lunar form, yes, you should feel powerful for sure. But 1,000% is a little high. We'll see. Anyways, it's just past predictions and stuff like that. But yeah, these are the abilities and stuff like that. Makes a lot more sense. I guess it's pretty straightforward. You know, you have some abilities, you get into lunar form, those gets buffed. That's just it. You know, deal a lot more damage as well. But like I said, the video tomorrow, I am going to show off all these stuff. I'm gonna show you what it, you know, does and how it feels and stuff like that. It's just a kind of a show video, not a much of a patch note video. But anyways, we got more. We got the Delve Leaderboard Rewards. There's now 42 temporary banners that is available for weekly Delve contest. So this is not really a super big deal or anything like that. It's just that you get some temporary banners, as you also get, you know, the different names and stuff like that for I think the deepest and stuff like that. But now you also get some banners you can flash at people, and they say temporary. That means that they're probably going to go away for a week, in a week. You know, it's going to be for a week, and you can have them. And it's not going to something that's going to give you, you know, mastery or anything like that. It's not going to give that. I'll be very, not upset, but I would be very surprised. I mean, I would be very surprised if they would give mastery, because this is a very small percentage of people that actually go for all this, and there's a lot bigger team for that. But also it says right here, either gives mastery nor stats, cannot be constructed, and goes away each Monday on leaderboards, and also purely shows for show off, as I said. But I just wanted to make that clear that this is not what it's going to be, but it's going to be this set. So that's not going to change, that is for sure. That would be, we would have some people that would be upset, and me included. I would be upset as well if something like that was implemented in the game. I think it's cool that we have something to show off to people and stuff like that. That's cool. I've also said we should have achievements in the game. You know, you could show that off to people and stuff like that. And yeah, sure, it's not a contest on who's the better, but anybody needs to show off a little bit. You know, I think it's okay to show off a little bit that I have this and you have that, not that. And I know it makes a little, you know, I want to come together as a community, but it's okay if or my community or somebody else than me has some stuff that I don't have, for example. That's just how it is. But the ones that are most important to me is the new abilities, right? These are the abilities we are going to look at. And also public evaluation. Remember to keep this in mind. This is not the final. The feedback they have gotten has, like the last round we did, they gave us some very amazing abilities, and the first time around it wasn't completely amazing, but now these are all available for testing. They are in the ring slot again. It's going to turn out to be, of course, in the gem slots. I am a little, I wouldn't say concerned, but I do think that, yes, it's cool that we're getting all these clash gems, but I feel like they're kind of flooding the market, if that makes any sense. I feel like, I don't know how these are, they haven't implemented yet. We have gotten this since we got the last, you know, the deeper thingy steppers, that was in that build, or that PTS build. And they got some feedback, and they hold off by putting them into the game yet. So I hope that all these testing is cool. They got all the feedback, but I hope not that they will implement all these at once. Maybe one for each class, like in the first, whenever these patch notes comes out, you know, the ones that we felt was good in the first round and the second round, and then also now in the third round, and didn't give one for each class, and then maybe in 3 months time or 6 months time, they will give us some more ones we can maybe work on or whatever. If they put out all of them at once, that's okay as well. But I just see like there's so many new abilities. Like for example, see the Ice Age, there's 2 new ones as well. And that's all great and stuff, but they're kind of, you know, there is some great empowered gems out there. Some is actually mandatory for some classes. So I know there should be choices, but sometimes it can also be quite the discussion, or become quite the discussion if there is too many options. You know, what is best for, there's always going to be these people that this is going to be the best, and then there's going to be these people that are going to say this is the best, and then it's all opinionated and all that stuff. That's some of the stuff I did, you know, some of the stuff I do like about Trove is that some of the stuff in Trove is very clean cut, and there's like no argue about it. That's just the best. This is how it is. You can always build whatever you want to, but it's just, yeah, it's a little bit of rant. I'm sorry, but I just had to put it out there. Maybe some abilities are just going to be mandatory, and then it's going to push out some other gems because we only have that. But if this is also an indication of that we are getting a new color of gems, for example, earth gems, like we have talked about for a long time ago, and we wanted to be implemented, but they went with the cosmic instead, then I can see that this would be, you know, nice that we have maybe 2, 3 class abilities, also then like one of these mandatory empower gems, and then a cosmic and stuff like that. I could see that working, but with the current state of what we only have 3 slots, and some classes now have at least 2 mandatory class gems. I still put in, yeah, sure, there's still room for one of these, optional, mandatory empower gems, regular ones, but some of them actually maybe uses 2, and so yeah, I there's some choices. I like choices, but I just don't want to turn it into some kind of debate on what is best, because it might end up being kind of just opinionated. And yeah, that's just a kind of a rant. That was not what I was intended this to be, but yeah, I just wanted to get it out there as well. No. So anyways, Pirate Captain now, the base attack causes your minions to attack your target, as well as applying a debuff increases damage done. And this, applying a debuff, that is, we don't know how much the debuff is going to be, but it might be amazing for boss killing. It's not going to be something you're going to use when you're just farming with the Pirate Captain. Sure, it applies a debuff and that increases the damage, but you kill things so fast anyways. So your minions are going to, destroy it anyway so fast anyway. So it's not going to be needed to target anything. So the targeting is not really the thing. Here is the debuff that it does, because over time that's going to increase, and that's more of a boss killing thing. So maybe it's being a little bit more of a boss killer again, as it used to be. So now we got Vanguardian as well. We got Fired Up, that is the shooting form, and then Force Flash is the melee form. Now it applies that up to 2 nearby allies when used. This is only, of course, good for when you're doing group play, so this is not going to be a mandatory thing either. You can say, oh, I play a lot with my friends and stuff, but it's probably not going to be the biggest of, buffs or anything like that, because there's going to be times when you're going to be solo, right? And you're not going to spend time taking this gym in and putting the other gym out and like in and out all the time. That's not gonna happen. Next thing is the Ice Age, the big chill summons in Ice Clash. On the player's location, it changes this Ice Clash changes ground to ground them to be ice. So these two, the next one is as cold as ice. So while on ice, the Ice Age gains additional critical chance and critical damage. So basically, the big chill, that's the shield. No, not the shield. Sorry, that's the suck-in thing it has. And then underneath it, then becomes ice for a while. I don't know how long that is. If you can keep 100% uptime on it, don't know. But that is going to increase when you are then on ice. You are going to critical hit and such. This is, two mandatory ones. Maybe it's gonna be mandatory, but you can't have one without the other. So, but yeah, the Ice Age might not have too good of clash gems anyways right now. So this might be these two going in instead. So we do get that extra damage as well. We don't know how much the Ice Clash do damage either. Maybe it's the same as the other abilities you can from the sky you can get, right? But yeah, again, additional critical that just goes hand in hand, right? We'll see what it ends up being. I can't remember what the Ice Age Clash Gym is at the moment, right on top of my head, but I'll show you guys that when we're going to talk about these on Friday as well. All right, next up we got the Boomer, and now the Urn triggers an additional effect. So the Urn is, of course, the bomb that you have, I'm pretty sure. I forgot to test this one on the PTS server, but it is additional effects. We don't know what the additional effects are, but it doesn't say it's a chance, so it is a guaranteed effect every single time. I'll show you guys that on Friday when I figure out what it's going to be, and just make sure that whatever it is, it's not going to be a big thing. Maybe we'll see. I don't want to go just straight up say it's nothing, but additional effects. What it's going to be? Is it going to be the same that is on the ultimate? And I'm not sure. I think the urn, but I think that was called a bomb, but that might also be just called an urn now. But anyways, let's move on to the Tomb Raiser. Using the bone, whatever, has a chance to summon a larger skeleton, and also the larger skeleton then spawns dies, then spawns a skillet. I actually have a picture right here. I'll put it right here of the big skeleton. So it's a chance. So always with a chance, it's not that great to have a chance. I don't know if it makes it even stronger. This dude you summon, if that makes it stronger because you got a large one. But it took me a while to get this one. That's why I made a picture so you guys could see it. Because also on Friday, like I said, I'm gonna see show you guys how it works, right? And if I don't get it in the first try, I don't know if I'm gonna get it. So that's why I made a picture, and I actually used a lot of time. And a chance is always kind of bad in Trove because it's unreliable. You don't know if you're gonna get this large skeleton or not. So we'll just have to see what happens, if it's gonna be usable or not. But I feel like the chances are pretty low, but we'll see what happens. Next is the Lunar Lancer from the moon. When Lunar Lancer form-based attacks have a chance to spawn a meteor from the sky. So I haven't tested this out yet. We'll show that on the Lunar Lancer video tomorrow. But like the text says, it spawns a meteor from the sky. But that's only when you are in Lunar Lancer form, like the ultimate form, right? So it's gonna take you a while to get into the form. Probably, it's not gonna be instant all the time, and it's only a chance again, so it's not something you have on all the time, maybe even. So yeah, I don't think this is gonna be, unless the damage of the meteor is insane. It might be insane right now on the PTS server. We don't know because numbers are dialed up a lot. So we'll just have to see what happens with this. But again, it's a chance thing, and don't really like chance things because it's a gamble and you're not reliable to think, oh, I'm gonna get it now. No, you're not. Okay, well, yeah, whatever. Dino Buddy now spawns 2 additional instead. Not 2 additional, but 2 minions instead of 1. That's for the Dino Tamer. So this might end up being a pretty cool thing, actually. Summoning 2 instead of 1. But usually people don't spawn there. It's kind of like extra thing you just do, but basically people run around in the ultimate form as much as they can and just do damage like that, and you can have the ultimate form up like almost all the time. It's like a very low downtime on the ultimate, so people run around doing that. So maybe you want to put in 2 extra spawns, sure. It does change or can change the gameplay a little bit, but they do have to buff the minions tankiness or damage to make this actually reliable. I don't think we have seen any updates to the Dino Tamer as of tankability for the minions and stuff like that in U9, and I know it's even worse in U10. But anyways, moving on to the Fate Trace to Big Brain. Ego Blast now allows 2 hits with 2 seconds instead of just 1. So Ego Blast is of course your what's it called? That's the the bubble thing you shoot, but now allows for 2 hits within 2 seconds instead of just 1. So yeah, the Ego Blast does a lot more damage. We'll see that on Friday as well to see how that works out. So lastly, we are going. I'm rushing through these a little bit more because the video are getting a little long, but I didn't want to make sure that I set these things as well. But there's not much more to the video after this, so let's end with almost end with the Gunslinger. Berserker Slinger, when using running and gunning, gain Berserk, increased damage and attack speed, but greatly reduces movement speed. So this is an amazing class gem because it gives you Berserk and it also increases damage and attack speed. It's amazing, but keep this in mind. This is not for for farming, because that damage reduction is actually pretty significant. It's very insane. Of course, you can always jump up, but you can't move anywhere. I tried it on the PTS server just now, and you did really greatly is understatement. It's really a lot of movements. You almost stand still when you use it. So it's just for killing bosses, but the damage increase and speed is amazing. So keep this in mind if you want to acquire this. But it's very amazing that they are gonna use this, because this is maybe gonna push the Gunslinger into the top tier over some of the other, or reclaim the throne, as it said, over the gunslinger, the Ice Sage and the Fey Trickster, and the Tomb Raiser and the Chloromancer. So we got all these other ones as well. Anyways, that was the gems. Let's finish out the patch notes. So we got a few new dungeons, as you can see right here. You can read them if you want to in the description, if you want to do so. And also there is a new styles as well added to the game, and you can also see all the people. I can see a few familiar faces. I see Sky, 2 new Sky styles. That's a hat style and a fist style from her. Cool additional additions right there. And then we got the additional updates. When personalized loot chests appear on Delve's Depth, now they have a chance to grant different mementos than the mementos that was possible in that. Oh, okay. All right, nice. Okay, so now you can get some other ones as well. So that always some different mementos, so you can't get. Something I would love to see is that the game registers which ones you have and which ones you don't have, and then it gives you a bigger chance, or maybe it's guaranteed if a memento drops that's not something you already have. I don't know, but I know that how much people don't like the mementos or collecting all the Pokemon, as I say, as well. So yeah, anyways, that is something that people might find interesting. I do not do anything about mementos. I don't like the whole system, so it's gonna leave it at that. Fix an issue with preventing Jurassic Jungle from using all the one-star option dungeons. All right, cool. Maybe they should fix so it doesn't spawn in all sorts of places. Anyways, fix an issue that could result in crashes when spawning air currents. Okay, cool situation. HP bars with target dummies. Here we got the target dummies, which is really nice. Also now there's some VFX for the Bart Jubilee song. Some issues with Atmos as well for some Atmos and other dragons VFX. And then lastly also there are a costume for the Dino Tamer. So that was all the addition there was to the patch notes. As I said, they are linked down in the description, and make sure you check out tomorrow's video and Friday's video for more of the Lunar Lancer update. The Lunar Leap, sorry, I was gonna call it Lunar Fall, but it's the Lunar Leap instead. So yeah, and of course I will keep updating the description if there's something additional that's gonna be added. Maybe more what I call gym, class gyms and stuff like that. I'll add it to the description as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this was a long one, but there's a lot to go over, and not only I tried to rush it as much as I could, but it just takes time talking. I'm sorry. But yeah, I hope you still enjoyed. I hope you're still watching at the end. Let me in the comments if you made it to the end. That'd be pretty cool to see if somebody actually made it through the 30-minute video. So anyways, thank you again so much for watching, and I will catch you in tomorrow's video. Bye.